Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everyone in between, and welcome back to Clive Games. And we're going to be picking up right where we left off, once again, with our Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. Uh, I accidentally went and clicked. I was going to just get right in front of you, Mitra, but for some reason my brain went like, oh, click. So I clicked on her. Uh, but that's the only thing that changed, because right at the end of the last episode we had teleported to Gridania, so I just went ahead and talked to her. Oh, I forgot to read. Oh well. And I also did not expect to be so suddenly fighting for my life. What precious treasure do we carry that this callous stranger is so willing to kill us to possess it? Such mysteries aside, I am most glad you were able to secure Titan Eggy before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without its protection, I doubt we would have survived that conflagration. I think it's confrontation. The Eggy of Earth, as was so aptly demonstrated, excels in defense. You should certainly take the time to exploit its capabilities, as well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect your offense completely. Meanwhile, I shall confer with my colleagues in the Sons of St. Cognac, and see what I might learn of that hostile summoner. We shall meet anon. Alrighty. So now we can summon the Titan Eggy! And he takes the place of, the Topaz Carbuncle. We can't summon Topaz Carbuncle right now. Instead, we get the Chicken Nugget. Yeah, he's small. Let me see, what abilities are different? Earth and Armor is the same thing, 30% barrier. Execute Mountain Buster. I kind of want to see that. I haven't seen Mountain Buster because it's got to be a different ability from like the spinning attack. So I'll keep it on that. But I'm pretty sure Earth and Armor looks the exact same as Topaz Carbuncle's thing. So we'll keep that. But before we leave, I'm going to go ahead and grab the level 40 mission. Not going to do it, but wishes to share with you the results of our investigation. How fared you with your training, Clive? For my part, I had some success in uncovering the identity of our mystery attacker. We knew that our assailant was capable of summoning Ifrit Eggy, so I perused the records of past expeditions for those who claimed to have triumphed against the Lord of the Inferno. Of these victorious primal hunters, there were 8 names listed as present whereabouts unknown. After eliminating unlikely candidates based on race and gender, I was left with but a single name, Tristan. Assuming the records are accurate, this hero was once registered as a soldier in the Immortal Flames. As to how the man came by his skills as a summoner, or why he sought to kill us, however, I remain woefully ignorant. Nevertheless, I have witnessed him use the art of summoning for casual brutality, and I cannot countenance. This power should never be employed for the sake of tyranny or personal gain. It was meant to oppose such evils. It is our responsibility to bring Tristan to justice. Should we stand idle, his reprehensible actions could very well stain the good name of future summoners who have yet to answer their calling. The art itself could be outlawed, the very mention of it taboo. Now, through my inquiries, I was able to determine that a war comrade from Tristan's Stade in the military resides in Little Alamigo. I ask that you pay a visit to this former soldier and learn what he knows of our callous villain. Later. Alright, but the other ability we got for the last mission was called Energy Siphon. Deals unexpected potency of 40 to all targets nearby the main target, and it pretty much does the same thing as Energy Drain, except it's the AoE version of Energy Drain. So I would use this if you have 3 or more enemies, maybe 2 if you want to get really, but because the potency is 40 each, so 40, 40, 40 to get 120, but if you only do 2, it's only up to 80, whereas this does 100 potency. But they do the exact same thing. They give you ether flow. So yeah, and I put it over here, kind of like a left for area, right for single. But yeah, they used to not have that. But then again, um, summoners used to have the ether flow ability that scholars have, which is like the down button, if you remember, like that gives me ether flow, and then we used energy drain as one of the ether flow abilities. Y'all haven't seen it in action because I'm not at content high enough level to use it, um, but yeah, it's a really nice like addition to the summoner because we're really heavy on AoE attacks. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vodafort at Florentel Spire. Excuse me. He was on duty that day, and I saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Yeah, well, lucky us, we got Garland. Huh. Yeah, he becomes a semi-important character in the game. Um, Half the time I feel like he thinks we're better friends than we actually are, but that just might be my mindset. You have come in search of Redifort? Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snow came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. It's worse. Okay. Oh, and if you don't remember what we're doing, main story-wise, I forgot to go over this. After the attack at the Rising Sands, Alphino came to find us, and he's saying he wants to restore the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. But we can't do that yet because Garuda got summoned, another primal, and so the only way to get to her is to find the airship that was Garland's, so the Enterprise. Was on the eve of Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to attain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region, and that is easier said than done. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalaman descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Again, I gotta prove myself. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Yeah, so Ishgard resides in Coerthas, and they call them Coerthans. They are really, really big isolationists. They hate adventurers even more than Gridanians. It's oh my god. And they're really big. I'll get it later. Oh, that reminds me. We still got to do the level 35 guild hest. So, but yeah, they're very big on their religion, the Halonic Order, I think is something like that it's called. They serve Halon. And dear God, it's almost overzealous how they deal with stuff. You'll see really quickly. It is ridiculous. Like, all the power to those who believe in stuff, but whew, these Coerthans and Ishgardians take it to the next level. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Dudendare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ah, how absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. I don't need peruse, I need y'all to peruse them and just give us the information. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Yeah, they're rude little mofos. Not a... Whoa. I'll keep what I have. Yep, level 50. We're supposed to be this level at the end of the 2.0. So, yeah, we're really ahead. My bet is by the time we finish 2.0, we will be at level 54, 55 maybe. Sir Ludovic is doing his utmost to intimidate you into leaving. Hallowed have mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Dudendare, as is mine. Oh, and this. Of fear. Word of fear. I don't remember this ability. Oop, I guess it's inside. Oh no, memento. I want to see what this ability is. Oh, okay. This is another dungeon to unlock that we're not going to do yet. There are dark places that only an adventurer may illuminate. And Sir Carlot is about to point the way to one such pit of peril. I have heard much of your doings, and I think you the man for this task. To the west is Desmail Darkhold, who was meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Desmail, ever a friend to House Dudendare. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of Voidsent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Opale at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Alrighty. Oh, right, I need to upgrade my scholar's gear. It's fine. But I forgot to mention about the Ishgardians. They've been at war with the dragons for over a century, I think. Like, that is a major part of their culture. It is. Ooh, I could not imagine being at war for that long. Like, it's. I've never been in a time of war, and I really hope I never do, but oh my god, I really could not imagine. And, like, half their. Where they live now is completely covered in snow. It was not like that before Bahamut. I'm pretty sure, if I am understanding everything right, Bahamut was the reason. Oh. Right. Oh, let's see what he does. Okay, it's not kind of the same, but it looks different. Okay. Okay. Kind of the same, but it has like a jutting out earth thing. Okay, that's not bad. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Yeah, and then there are those who believe that the war between Ishgard and the dragons is not unjust. I'm trying to think of a better word. It's just they don't agree with it because they feel that the Ishgardians are at fault as opposed to the dragons. Each side has their own story. but the heretics are a big problem for them, and they are, like I said before, overzealous with how they handle them. Like, oh my god. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition. That does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Well, I kinda get it, he's just a grunt. He doesn't really hold that much power. Edmel, hello, lady. Ah, the gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with the heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with the chief astrologian for Fullermort up above. Okay. But first, let's do the Shadow and Claw. Alright. This one, it kind of has to make you aware of your surrounding enemies. You have your main enemy. If you can kind of see him in the distance right there, he's pretty much a, take stance, take stance, take stance, take stance, take stance, take stance. And we're dead. He's your main target. Focus on him and only him. In a second or two, a eyeball will pop up right there. It will start flying around in a circle. Every few seconds or whatever, it'll do a giant AoE right there. It was kind of hard to see, unfortunately. I'm sorry. That does a shit ton of damage. So you need to be able to move around and position yourself so that you don't get hit by it. It's not the end of the world if you do, but it does hit hard, as you just saw. Dear God, that was a hard hit. So, alright, real quick, since we're kind of running in a little circle, gonna put a shield on everyone. Oh, okay, I'm glad I did that. Oh, you got hit by a poison. Yeah, I tend to do swift cast sucker to make sure I can get poison out, or not poison out, a shield out really quickly to everyone. That's one of the abilities I said a long time ago that I would use swift cast for, but I didn't say what abilities. So yeah, so just keep an eye out and just watch where he is, because it's not random, it's just a timed thing. I'm gonna give it to you. You tried to move us around. I got one. Okay. Yeah, but it's not a hard one. It's an easier one. Alright, this one. This one's kind of annoying. Not too hard, but if you're not used to moving, this one's even worse than the one we just did. Oh, that was kind of quick. Oh, I was expecting longer. Not complaining, but... Come on, Tank. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe. And no. 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 Oh well. But, let's see. Come on, dude. You can do it. He's not gonna do it. What was I speaking about? I was speaking about, oh, there we go. I was speaking about something, but I don't know. Oh, movement. Be ready. That's all I can literally say. It's just be ready. There's a bunch of bombs. Only things that really matter to kill, volatile candles. Bombs will blow themselves up. They go full-blown Ahmed style. Now that I think about it, that is really, this is just a bunch of Ahmeds. Now these marshmallows. Silence, I kill you. Every now and then, hey, tank. Cast sleep. If you are the healer and you are not put to sleep, you can Asuna it off. Oh no! Oh, rip me. And that is why if you are a tank, you try to interrupt them because I'm asleep. And I will be for another 15 seconds. The only way to not be asleep is Asuna it off or you get hit. And I'm not really gaining any aggro, but thankfully Eos is healing for me. And after you kill the sludges, then the real enemy appears right here. The Queen Bomb. I think that's what it's called. Or Bomb Queen. Semantics. Fight that, only that, don't worry about anything else. The bombs will, oh, okay. Come and blow themselves up. So like I said, be ready to move. But it's not a really hard fight. You just gotta be paying attention and dodging AoEs. Really simple. Really simple. Oh! Yeah, this isn't very fun for casters. Thankfully I have Ruin 2 so I can keep moving, but I try to keep using Ruin 1 because it does more damage. Oh, but I can't even use Ruin 2 because I'm too low a level. That's fun. Alright, once you kill it, just let all the bombs explode. And Bob's your uncle. I would say Bib's your bib, but Bob's your uncle. Gonna set it to the tank. Why not? Ready. Full beans. And I got another combination. Woo! Just one, unfortunately. Oh well. Alright. And then we'll do the level 35 dungeon in the next episode. But let's continue on with the story for now. I don't think I have enough time for the dungeon. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Yep. Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade. And we are the arbiters of Hallown's will. Yeah, sure. We will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Fallermont. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume? Something like that. You honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Oh, I wasn't done trying to convince you. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Studendez Knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time. I fear much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While while I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. Snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp of your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. Did you guys feel threatened? I feel kind of threatened. I was not aware you aided House Durnadare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Asshole. You're just being difficult. Alright, just see, maybe we talk to some of the other people. Wants your attention. You there, sir. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of exile in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't really do anything until this guy agrees. And death. No, I'm just joking. Alright, back to... And I think I'm still... Alright, well, it's not too bad. I think it's still because we're really low. And our gear still has some mind stats in it. Yeah, it still has like a mind 6, intelligence 6. So it's gear that is made for both healers and DPS, which is why my healing spell is still doing half decent as a summoner. But I think like level 50, once I actually get DPS specific gear, it goes useless. Like I've tried to use it in game and it does like like no, it's not worth it. Where am I going? Wrong way. So we're supposed to find a astrologian, and yes, these astrologians are related to the astrologian job that you can play as, but you can't unlock the class until later, or the job until later, I guess. Do not think about where my hand was going. Do not. What a relief to see someone other than goddamn birdmen. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Exali were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. Yeah, I got caught with your pants down, did you? It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. You just now noticed that. I am a man of House Durnadare. A man of House Durnadare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. You're welcome for, you know, saving your ass. I'll make sure I won't do it again. Okay, so this area is an arrest area. Which is weird, because it is a settlement, but I guess because it doesn't have an aetheryte in the area, which is really annoying. And if you're playing Dragoon, you'll know why. It's really annoying that they don't put an aetheryte right here in the middle of this town. Because this is the number one, this is where you go to get your next Dragoon missions, but the Aetherites all the way up here. It's really fucking annoying. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Germanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well that there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Yeah, status is a huge... Is that you? No. No, it's not. Okay. Thought that was someone else. Ishgard has 4 high houses, which are nobility and nobility is a huge thing in Ishgard. They got highborn and lowborn, and like all games that have stuff like that, it is really, really a problem. Oop, a little closer so we can see. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time. When you agree? I guess that's fair. I guess. Not as good. Lord Portelaine requires that you perform a 3rd task on behalf of House Durandare. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helenart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. He's trying to help us while also getting something in return. I can respect that greatly. But that's all the time I have for you guys today. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see y'all again.